Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, we're playing hot fucking potato. And anyway guys, if you're wondering what this video is, it's gonna be a full day of eating for muscle building. So right now, I'm bulking up, I'm lean bulking, I'm putting on them gains, and I wanna express to you guys exactly how to go about doing that. So I've got tons of questions from about 3 people on the internet that wanna see what I eat in a day. So I'm gonna do that for you guys right now. It's gonna be great. So meal number 1, as I said, it's a hot ass potato, it's still hot. So I'm gonna have a sweet potato with some protein and some veg. So I'm gonna whip that up right now, show you guys, because it is gonna be awesome. Love to do a dope transition, but I'm so far away from the camera, we're just gonna have to suffice with a nice, clean cut. And that is the meal, guys. Now, I know what you're thinking, I'm pretty weird. This is breakfast. It's obviously the first meal, so you imply that it's breakfast. But I fast. Yes, I fast. I do something called intermittent fasting, and that is why I'm having my first meal at 12:30. So this is the meal. It is delicious. There's a couple more things I need to put on it, so yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Wow. Okay, I'm ready. What we got is kale, we got chicken breast, we got the beetroot, and we've got the sweet potato. So what we did is put some mixed herbs and some pink salt on there, and something I gotta let you guys know. Cracking pink salt with one hand. You'd think it would be easy, you'd think it would be doable. Absolutely not, it's absolutely impossible, and I got a little angry while I was trying to do it. From there, guys, I did something that no sane person would think to do, but I do it because sometimes you gotta think outside the box to find something absolutely incredible. And what I found is that sweet potato and peanut butter, yes, peanut butter, P-E-A-N-U-T-B-U-T-T-E-R. The peanut butter is so good on sweet potato. You need to try it out. It's absolutely fantastic. It is a juicy ass meal. I know it sounds insane, but it tastes pretty damn good, so don't knock it till you try it. This is meal number 1 of 4 or 5. It might be 4, it might be 5. It really depends on how hungry I am. Towards the end of the day, how much work I can get done. I'm gonna have a cup of water with that, and this is a pre-workout meal. Gonna go smash some back after this, and it is phenomenal, guys. The best weather I've ever seen in a long time in Melbourne, Australia. I'm not kidding. Like, look at this sun on my face. It is phenomenal, guys. I've not experienced this in a long time. And I'm kind of already tanned. It's only spring, but the weather's been amazing. Global warming is just happening, and I'm going along with the ride. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this weather for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna head to the gym and absolutely tear back apart. It's gonna be awesome. If you wanna see the full workout, make sure you head over to my Instagram, because that's where all the workouts are. Alrighty, guys, that is all done. Torn off the absolute bone back ears. I sound like Shakespeare. I did the backwards sentence type stuff. What I like to do, guys, is after a workout, I like to eat quite a significant amount of food. I train pretty damn hard, and so should you. It's just the thing that you gotta do if you're gonna maximize the efficiency within the gym. Go to the gym, spend your time, and don't waste it. Make sure you train bloody hard. So what I like to do after the gym, because I've trained so hard, is eat quite a significant amount of food. Now, the food sources that I'm gonna focus are gonna be carbohydrates, and they're gonna be protein. So that's what we have here. Now, if you're wondering about the wrist straps, they are for protection, because this post-workout meal is fiery, it's spicy, and I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to injure myself. I'm just totally kidding. I forgot to take them off. In fact, I always do that. I was in the car the other day driving, and I literally drove 1 full hour away from the gym without noticing that I didn't take them off. Safety first, as they say, right? Now, I'm gonna whip this up. So what we have here is rice puffs, oats, and children cereal, essentially. So this is gluten-free. It is called Messy Monkeys, and it's freaking awesome. Now, while this isn't the absolute most healthiest thing in the world, it's okay, you know? We're going for a 90-10% split right here, and I'll explain what that means in just a hot minute. I dropped it. That was so uncoordinated. I literally... Would you look at that, mate? That's so good. So we got 2 parts of this, berries and then the cereal, and we just go in with the berries. Bang, bang, mix it around, add some oat milk, and you're good to go. Siri, who the frick even called upon you? Siri's so rude. When did I say, hey Siri? Can you guys explain to me when I said, hey Siri, ever? I definitely did not. Oh fuck, I just said it then. So guys, that is the post-workout meal. It's quite extensive. Calories, macros, everything, and ingredients is gonna be right there. Shaboom, it's absolutely great. Now, I like to go with oat milk instead of almond milk. Don't ask me why. Okay, fine, ask me, I'll tell ya. The oat milk just tastes a whole lot better. It's sweeter, it's creamier, and I don't know, just it's a nice change from almond milk, considering I don't like dairy milk. It's just not up me alleyway, so I like to go with a bit of oat milk and almond milk and nut milk and any kind of milk scientists can come up with. Now, back onto the rule of 90-10. So I know you guys are probably thinking, what the hell is this rule? Now, this is a rule that I like to follow in terms of what kinds of foods I eat. So 90% of the foods that I want to aim to consume are going to have a high nutritional value, something that's quality over taste. And then 10% is gonna be something that's taste over quality. So those are the foods like vegetables, fruits, you know, raw, unprocessed kinds of foods along the lines of rice, sweet potatoes, chicken breast, tuna, fish, beef, chicken, that kind of stuff. Those are the things that are gonna provide me with a high amount of nutrition, and that is the 90%, because you know what? I wanna reach my goals, but also I understand that eating 100% healthy food all the time is not always sustainable. So bringing in that 10% of foods like, you know, like pizza, like sugary, processed kinds of things, it adds that little bit of flexibility that allows you to make it more sustainable for yourself, because we all know that, you know, going 100% hard and eating nothing but kale every single day for every single meal is just not sustainable. So instead, incorporate that 90-10, that good dynamic, and it's gonna allow yourself to go further and go longer with your goals. Now, there's something on the contrary to that, which I'm not a big fan of a good old starve binge kind of cycle. It's a classic yo-yo diet where you throw yourself down, you know, you get a little bit far on your progress, and then you just come right back up like a yo-yo. I don't like this specifically because a lot of people just struggle to follow it. It's just not good, because usually when they are starving themselves, depriving themselves of bad food and only eating, you know, quote unquote healthy food, they hate fucking life. They absolutely hate it. They're despising the healthy food, which makes them binge like a mofo when it comes time to cheat. And while they might have a cheat day, that day is fucked, all right? They're not just having, you know, a pizza or you know, pancakes for breakfast. They're having everything all the time, all day long. It's the seafood diet. They see food, they freaking eat it. I've seen this all too much. You know, I've seen people who literally go to the extremes of throwing up because they eat too much. It's not a healthy cycle. Try and focus on the 90-10, or even if, you know, if you want to be a little bit less strict on your goals, go 80-20 or 85-15. Just whatever you do, make sure that the healthy food is obviously in the majority. That's so important. Now I'm gonna eat this. Why the hell is it in a container though? Because I'm going on a road trip. I'm gonna go get something that's pretty damn cool. So I'm gonna take this in the car, eat it in the car, save some time. Let's get going. Oh God, I got so much things in my pockets. My Lord almighty, this is tough. It's difficult. I was not born for this. I was not born for this. I'm born ultimatum, baby. This is a bit of a reconnaissance mission. What I gotta go do is get 2 specific things from a specific store in a specific location. And this specific store is very bright, very beautiful, and always has great customer service. And now, if you haven't guessed, it's Apple. It's the Apple store. It is a absolute utopian paradise there, I'm not gonna lie. However, why they have this supposed utopian society on the face value, underneath they have this maniacal kind of cooperation going on. And something that I really hate is the pure fact that every product that they put out has a lifeline of about 1 to 2 years. And something that I need to get is AirPods. Now this grinds my gears because I absolutely love the AirPods. In fact, they're probably the best investment that I have made in terms of technology in the past 5 years. The only issue is these have gone to absolute shit. Now, whether that is because Apple's products only last 1 to 2 years, or whether I've dropped them about 1,000 times over the past 2 years, is besides the point. The fact is that these have gone to absolute shit. I am playing them full blast, can't hear a bloody thing. When I am talking to them, it just does not work. It sounds like a fucking robot from 1995 on the phone. Everyone's like, hey, are you all right? I can't hear much. You bad reception? I'm like, no, it's the AirPods. That's what I gotta go get, which is gonna be annoying. Gonna have to fork out 250 bucks for something that is not an upgrade, all right? The new one is literally, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds more battery life. It's not fun. These already cost a lot, so. But you know what? I gotta flex on them haters, so I gotta get them AirPods. And then also I'm gonna get something for the wrist. And I'll let you know when I get there. Alrighty guys, the reconnaissance mission is officially almost complete. Unfortunately, there was one part of the mission that I just completely did a whoopsie on and did not check the date that it was being released. So I don't have a watch to show you, unfortunately, because it's releasing this Friday. I'm just too American, man. I think it's released in America, and I'm just not sure if I live in America or Australia or not. It just hasn't come into my brain yet, but I did get a couple of things. So what I did get, new pair of AirPods, really good. I'm very excited to test out the actual comparison to my old ones, because these ones, they can go out the window. I'm just kidding. Imagine if I did that. But honestly, like, who am I gonna give these to? Because who in their right mind wants a pair of second-hand earphones? I said earphones, AirPods. It's just not something you really wanna do. Like, someone who's been wearing these for 2 years, are they really gonna put them in their ear? It's kinda gross. It's not like a t-shirt that you can like kind of manage. Oh, whoa. That was a trip, wasn't it? Ooh, I'm not even sure what happened there. You did like a full 360. What I also got is a book. I got a book. It's Malcolm Gladwell. It's Talking to Strangers. It's a good book. How can I say it's a good book? I haven't even read it. I'm gonna read it and let you guys know what I think. Then also got some freaking whatever this is. This isn't food, but it's soap. Some food for later on, which is a Hawaiian sweet potato, which I'm gonna cook up for dinner. And then I also got a snack because I'm quite hungry. It is 4:53 and I haven't eaten that much. So I got some sushi. So I'm gonna eat that up when I get home because this is just disastrous. I can't eat, film, and drive at the same time. Bang, and we are back in business, baby. So what do we have here is 3 little sushi rolls as well as 3 pieces of nigiri. It's salmon and it's amazing. So how I go about tracking this one is really, really easy, guys. And I'm gonna show you it in 3, 2, 1 after I get the soy sauce popping, because you know what? You cannot have sushi or nigiri without soy sauce. It's an absolute and utter sin. It means you're not doing it correctly. Now, while I eat this, we're gonna do a little half mukbang, half art. I'm gonna teach you exactly how to do this. So there's an app called MyFitnessPal. Now, if you're tracking your own macros and you don't have a set meal plan laid out for yourself, you want a little bit more flexibility, all you're gonna do is get this app, go into it, and you can access everything in terms of database and just add it in. So what I just had was 3 pieces of nigiri, 3 pieces of sushi. I'm just gonna add food, type in salmon nigiri, salmon sushi, and add it in, and boom, that's as easy as that, guys. So this meal here is quite tame, only comes to 480 calories, which is absolutely fantastic. That little shopping session was not good, and it's one of the reasons I don't really like shopping. Now, I don't do this often, but I went in for an Apple Watch, and what I came out with was everything but an Apple Watch. I got the AirPods, which is good, but I also got this jumper because frankly, I put it on, I was like, damn, it's fluffy. If you guys have worn Champion jumpers before, you know that when you get them, they're pretty freaking incredible. They're like literally what I would imagine heaven feels like, or you know, when you're in your mum's womb, how comfortable that was. Oh my God, wow, this is good. That is some thick ass, good ass, badass, motherfucking ass. There's a lot of ass on this sushi. All right, so I'm gonna finish this sushi and then, yeah, I'll catch you at meal number 4, I think, right? This is meal number 3. I can count. Woo. Bubble cup. That was so lame, it didn't even go that well. Tony's here, she brought me a bubble cup. I'm very, very, very happy with that. I don't know if you guys have tried these, but they're really, really good. The pearls, I don't know, something about my childhood it reminds me of. Oh, that's interesting. This is passion fruit. Still calculate this in terms of calories. I'm gonna show you how to do that. 194 calories, just about. It's not too damaging. There's not a whole lot of sugar in it because I went no sugar. What's yours? What'd you get?
Passion fruit with coconut jelly.
I just realized you probably can't hear you because microphone's like on my chest.
Passion fruit with coconut jelly.
Just be careful because if you get these, right, sometimes they have like 600 calories in just like a tiny little drink, and that's a lot. Like a Coke has maybe 250, so that's a fucking lot when it comes down to it, and it's just liquid. So I'm curious, how much money do you spend on drinks? And just say it loud as a white girl.
Roughly $15 a day.
Yeah, this is incognito.
$8 for a nice soy latte normally.
Now, it was at this point that I realized what I had gotten myself into. And as Tony went on about her never-ending list of weekly beverage purchases that every white female under the age of 24 could relate to, the hunger for my next meal began to set in. So we went on a hunt for one of the most lavish fish and chip restaurants in the entire world. Over the 9,762 visits we have made to this ingesting location, I've never encountered any issues. Maybe a missing utensil here and there, but nothing major like finding a band-aid in your salad. For the most part, it has been pretty damn efficient. Not this time. This was a disaster to say the very least. It was like we entered a world of capitalistic chaos, with 63 Uber drivers walking around completely none the wiser to whose order they were picking up for Dave or Jenny from the block, to pesky teenagers who looked like they were entering stage 3 of being absolutely over it, which generally includes a 15-minute timeout to binge scroll Instagram and check their Bumble DMs. This was deranged. About 30 minutes go by and Tony and myself have exhausted every possible game there was to play with one's hands. Something had to be done. So I went to pee and swore that if I came back and there was not even the slightest sight of a fish or a chip on my table, I would wreak havoc on anyone and everyone who was operating in this establishment. To the luck, I returned to find not 1 fish and or chip, not 2 fish and or chip, but a plate full of fishes and chippers. All was hunky-dory until I took a further inspection. The main course, the creme de la creme of the entire meal, one could say, was missing. At this time, all I could think was, where's Ashton? Because this was simply too bizarre to not be an elaborate episode of Punk'd. And who was behind this sick and twisted clown show, I do not want to know. Luckily, they came through with a salad in impressive haste and all was well. But was it really? Because no matter how much I order at these restaurants and no matter how little my girlfriend eats, leaving me with another full half meal to consume, I still have an obscenely high level of hunger upon returning home to my humble abode. So inevitably, it was salad time. I had no prior control over this. Every now and then the salad monster within me simply takes over and I just have to take a back seat and pray to God for a positive ending. All right guys, back home, final meal is going down. I am not all that too hungry, but that is the entire point of bulking. It's having to eat more than really your hunger actually allows. What I've got here is a big bad salad. This is avocado, coleslaw, kale, beetroot, and some tuna in oils. It's very, very delicious. As you can probably tell, I like to have a lot of vegetables. I think, honestly, the foods you eat, the quality is so important to how you feel, how you sleep, how you live, how you look, how you act, and everything else in between. Food is so damn important. It's an underrated variable to success, for sure. It's got a Hawaiian sweet potato, so it's purple on the inside. It's really, really nice. A lot sweeter than the regular sweet potato, which is ironic, you know. Didn't know there was levels to this shit. Also, got some peanut butter in there because I'm absolutely insane. So that is a lot of food for the day. So essentially how I'll go about eating in terms of a bulk is I will eat a little bit different day to day. A lot of the time it's gonna be the same thing just based on the fact of just, you know, enjoying the foods that I actually eat. So I'm happy to kind of eat them consistently. I'm sure you're the same, you know, you wake up Monday, have breakfast, and then Tuesday you'll probably have the same breakfast just because habits, they're pretty strong, right? And once you get in a habit of things, you usually like to keep it around because, you know it's good. But for today, it was a little bit variant in terms of eating out. And that's something that lean bulking is pretty awesome with. So you can definitely eat out and get results as long as you make, you know, the right choices. If you choose to make McDonald's every time you go out, it's probably not the best idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. So make sure if you do eat out, make the right choices. So we've got 206 grams of protein, 400 grams of carbohydrates, and 85 grams of fat. So the goals are 400, 90, and 200, but I always allow 5 to 10 grams variance either side of those said goals because, you know, you don't want to stress too much about hitting them on the dot. That's not fun. Just hit in a rough range. So 3391 calories, 3,391 calories for those of you who are just not great with numbers. Anyway, that is the go, guys. I'm gonna finish eating this. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you follow if you are new. I said follow, man. I've been using Instagram way too much. Make sure you subscribe. If you are new here, drop a like if you did enjoy the video. And if you want to see any more content from me, drop a comment down below and I'll get on that ASAP. I'll love to meet you down there. So, arigato, Mr. Robato. Anyway, that is all from me, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Arigato, Mr. Robato.